Welcome back to Magic in the Muck, a soul's compass for change. I'm Jennifer Nagel, and I'm so glad that you're here. In today's episode, we're turning our attention to the north of the soul compass. The north is the direction of stillness, mystery, and deep wisdom. It's the part of the compass that asks us to stop striving and simply be. As we've explored this soul compass, we've been looking at the east, calling us to vision, the south calling us to action, and the west to release. The north calls us to rest, to pause, to breathe, and to trust the unseen currents moving beneath the surface of our lives. It's not about doing. This is the season of being. And I know for many of us that can feel uncomfortable to just be and just pause and rest, especially when we're so used to measuring ourselves by how much we accomplish. But the north of the compass tells us something different. Not everything needs your doing. Some things really do need us to be still, to rest, and to listen. Recently, I had a very real and unexpected encounter with the north. I was in Sayulita, Mexico, preparing to welcome participants to our Soul Compass retreat with Julie Ann. The night before everyone was due to arrive, Julie and I were caught in the middle of a very intense tropical storm. It was the kind of storm that turns streets into rivers, literally washing cars into the ocean and soaking everything and everyone in milliseconds. The thunder and lightning literally was shaking the ground beneath, and the air felt electric. By the time Julie and I were able to walk up the hill from the carport where we were sheltering in, we were stunned to see the damage clearly in front of us, that part of the retaining wall and the garden of the villa had collapsed. A car was crushed below, and cracks ran across the roof and the patio of the place where we were to host this retreat. It was not safe to stay there. So we had no choice but to cancel the retreat. This was something that Julie and I had poured months of energy, planning, and heart into. So what does this have to do with the north, you might be wondering, with stillness and mystery and wisdom? Well, in the storm itself and in the aftermath, initially, we were straight into doing mode, checking for safety, grabbing essentials, finding a place to shelter for the night, and having to make the hard decision to contact the participants and have them cancel their flights. It was a lot. It was a lot of doing and planning and problem solving. But it wasn't until after all of the doing that the fatigue hit, feeling the weight of disappointment while also feeling a quiet acceptance for what it was. I can't explain it. There was a stillness that was deep within me, while there was also the disappointment and the stress of not knowing what was going to come next. The letting go of what I had worked on so hard in preparation for this retreat to create, and having to release my expectations of how I thought the week would have been. And so this brought me inward to the north. Stillness and being in the mystery of it all. I gave myself permission to pause, going down to the beach at sunset and sinking my feet into the sand, breathing with the waves, and simply be. At first, part of that felt strange. There was a part of me that felt like I should be doing something more, solving, planning, fixing. But slowly, with the waves and the fresh air and the gorgeous sunset in the stillness, something shifted. I began to notice the subtle movements beneath the surface within myself, intuition and quiet ideas, a calm presence that reminded me I wasn't alone. The North teaches us that wisdom doesn't need our force. It doesn't come through hustling or striving. It rises when we stop, when we soften, when we rest long enough to listen. It was in that listening and stillness that fresh ideas began to emerge. New dreams began to take shape, and creative ideas began to flow between Julie and I as we really sat with the letting go of what we had thought things would be and the looking forward and moving towards what was possible. It was in the stillness and the pause that energy was restored and replenished. So what does it mean to turn toward the North? It means noticing where we're overextended, where we're carrying tension, and where we're resisting rest. It means asking ourselves, where am I being invited to pause and listen? And what wisdom has been quietly waiting for me to notice? Asking, how can I honor the mystery instead of rushing to solve it? The North isn't about inertia. It's not giving up. It's very fertile ground. Silence, waiting, and mystery are not empty. They're teeming with possibility. The North reminds us that sometimes the most powerful work is done quietly in stillness. So right now, I'd like to invite you into a guided meditation. If it feels right for you, just find a place that's comfortable for you. Just pause in your day. Give yourself the gift of being still for a moment. And let's just take a few minutes together to turn fully toward the North. So when you're comfortable, and if it's safe to do so, if you're not driving, and if it fits for you, close your eyes. And take a slow, deep breath in and let it go. Just notice your body resting here in this moment. Inviting your shoulders to soften. Just noticing how they respond with the invitation to soften. Allowing your jaw to release, and your chest to expand with ease as you breathe. And now imagine a gentle, cool light above the crown of your head. Imagining this is the North, the direction of stillness, of mystery and deep wisdom. Just allow this light to flow through you, filling your mind, your heart, your whole body. With each inhale, breathing in the quiet. With each exhale, releasing the need to do, to fix, or to force. Breathing in stillness. Breathing out any tension or the need to do anything. And just feel yourself sinking deeper into stillness, into that fertile pause, teeming with possibility. In this place, just bring to mind one place in your life where you've been pushing too hard. Just choose one place where you might be forcing or doing or pushing. And just imagine placing it just gently on the ground in front of you. It's still there for you, but just put it down in front. Maybe noticing the space that opens as you release, giving yourself the space. And in this space, just listen. What whispers, what quiet nudges or gentle guidance arises in the stillness? Trusting whatever comes. And whatever comes, no need to analyze, just notice. Taking another deep breath in and out. Carrying this stillness with you. Knowing that even in the dark, life is moving. Wisdom is quietly growing. And just stay with the stillness as long as it fits for you. You can pause here. And when you're ready, begin to bring your awareness back. Wiggling your toes, wiggling your fingers, allowing your body to move and to stretch. Taking a deep breath in and out. Gently opening your eyes. Today, I invite you to breathe, to keep breathing. I know we breathe 24/7, thousands of times a day, but really be intentional about the breath. Notice the quiet. And give yourself permission to rest. The pause between activity, just allow yourself to pause and rest. Listening for the quiet truths that rise within. Trust the wisdom that comes in silence. Here's a reflection question for you to carry with you this week. Ask yourself, where am I being invited to pause and listen more deeply? Maybe you can take a silent walk this week, or journal without an agenda, or simply sit with your breath and notice the steady pulse of life beneath the surface. The north is a compass for our inner life. In the same way that the storm in Sayulita eventually gave way to clear skies, the storms in our own lives can open us to hidden wisdom when we pause long enough to listen. The north reminds us that growth does not always require doing. There are times where it requires surrender, patience, and trusting in the rhythms of life. And when we listen deeply, when we allow ourselves to pause, we receive the wisdom that will guide us into the next chapter of our journey. So in closing, I want to thank you for being here with me today and going on this journey with me. And remember that even here, even now, just as after the storm, there is magic in the muck. Thank you. Thank you for being here with me on Magic in the Muck. If today stirred something in you and you're ready to walk this path more deeply, I invite you to join the Soul Compass Circle, a journey of reflection, connection, and soul-aligned living. You don't have to do this alone. Just visit the link in the show notes to step into the circle. I look forward to meeting you there.
I'm Michelle Abraham, founder of the High Vibe Podcast Network, and we're honored to have Jennifer Nagel's show Magic in the Muck as part of our network family. For more inspiring shows like this one, visit highvibepodcastnetwork.com, and don't forget to grab your free gifts from our hosts in the gift fold. Stay high vibe and keep sharing your light.